millions of Instagram users woke up to a flood of unexpected password reset emails in recent days, sparking fears of a massive data breach involving 17.5 million accounts. Cybersecurity experts say personal details like emails, phone numbers, even partial addresses are now circulating on the dark web. But Meta insists there is no breach and your account is safe. Well, what really happened, and should users be concerned? Brand and digital strategist Fisher, who can be found on X and Threads with username @Fisher and through his website fisher.media, joins us now with the full story. Good morning to Fisher.
Good morning, Ken.
Well, so what happened? What appears to have happened here? And should every Instagram user treat it as if they have been hacked just to be safe?
The second part, yes, and we'll get to that. Cybersecurity firm Malwarebytes discovered and reported that sensitive information from approximately and only 17.5 million Instagram users was leaked and is now available for sale or free distribution on the dark web. The compromised information includes username, full name, Instagram usernames, full names, email addresses, phone numbers, and parts of your actual address if you have that in your account. The leak appears to be tied to a potential Instagram API exposure from 2024. An API is a connection, kind of a backdoor connection between programs. It's an application programming interface is what API stands for. So it's how Instagram might connect to another application, another app that you might have, or another website, things of that. Now, the data set has over 17 million records in it, and it's on forums and began popping up in the beginning of this month. Many Instagram users worldwide began receiving a large number of unsolicited, legitimate password reset request emails. That's the difference, is that this isn't from linstagram.com. This is from instagram.com. Usually you can spot these fake password reset emails. This actually came from instagram.com. It started about beginning of last week. And of course, a lot of confusion, a lot of security concerns because these folks that received them, myself included, did not request a password reset. Instagram/Meta has stated, "We fixed an issue that let an external party request password reset emails for some people. There was no breach of our systems," that's the important part, "and your Instagram accounts are secure. They advise users to ignore the recent reset emails." Now, the reason why that's the important part is because their system wasn't breached. It was a third party, a connection between them and something else. So again, according to Instagram, this was not a traditional data breach of their core systems, but rather a vulnerability that they fixed that allowed external parties to trigger password reset requests. So they're even denying the exposure of the other data. They're just simply saying, hey, this allowed somebody to ping our system and force a password reset email to go out. So that doesn't seem to be the case according to Malwarebytes. So again, there's some discrepancies. Now, even with the denial and the personal data being supposed leaked, there's a lot of things you can do. You can reset your password, and you should do that immediately. You should just reset your Instagram password, even if you did not receive one of these password reset emails. Go into Instagram, either in-app or on the website, and reset your password there. Do not click an email that you received to reset your password. You should also enable two-factor authentication. I say it on here as if I get paid to endorse two-factor authentication. I do not. It is also not a company, so there is no money exchange for this. And again, you could also, when you receive a password reset email, you can go into your app. You have to dig in through the settings, but you can see the communications from Instagram. And so basically it'll say, yes, we sent you a password reset email. So that is us. So you can check that. Now, obviously, if you are actually resetting your password, you should expect that email. So don't click on emails that you're not expecting in your inbox.
Mm-hmm. Idea. You and I, for the new year now, we should start a company called Two-Factor Authentication. Let's
Yes,
let's
that's right.
buy let's buy two-factor authentication.com. And so for all the people saying, my IT guy said I should do two-factor authentication. Here's the website. You got it? See if it's available.
There actually is a website called 2fa.directory. and that will actually list a lot of the sites that you may use, whether it's bank, I looked it up, and so I'm looking at it now, whether it's education sites, so .edus, email systems, banking, crowdfunding, cryptocurrencies, entertainment finance. So you can go in, you could click food, and you can see that Starbucks has two-factor authentication, Uber Eats does as well, and then what doesn't. And it actually encourages you to contact those companies to ask them to turn on two-factor authentication. So great website, 2fa.directory, probably making way more money than we would on the website that you suggest we put together.
Fine, fine. I figured I would get my one of those little pre-made website thingies and offer
Yeah, little Wix, little
two-factorauthentication.com.
Squarespace, makes sense.
Don't make fun. You're always a hater that way. And by the way, I took your advice and I've changed my password from admin to one, two, three,
Yeah,
four, five.
perfect.
So
Oh, that's great.
I feel
At least it's
fully
between
safe now.
us.
Yeah,
Yeah,
of
yeah,
course.
you're definitely safe.
I mean, yes. Okay. Is there,
Great
by the
job.
way, in terms of a mix, talk about passwords for a second. How often should one change their passwords on their major accounts? Because if you have like 30 different accounts, that's a lot of changing.
Sure. I would say this. I would say to, in theory, you should change your password every couple of months, right? Or you should make a reminder to change it once a quarter. If you utilize Apple Passwords, which is built into every iPhone, iPad, Mac, etc., or Samsung Pass, Samsung Wallet, the Samsung Passwords, Google Chrome has its own password storage, you're able then to create a large password, right? So really, you don't want a password that you can remember. You want a like 26-digit password, 26 characters, so a mixture of upper lowercase numbers and characters to make a password. If you do that, and if you have two-factor authentication on, in reality, you're pretty good, because that's a big deal. Now, the second that you hear that something was breached, that's where
Mhm.
you really need to change your password immediately.
And if you do that, you are a better man than me. Brandon, digital strategist Fisher, who can be found on X and Threads with username at Fisher and through his website, fisher.media. Thank you, sir, for coming on this morning.
Thank you.
58, you bet.